Hello everyone, it's been a little while since I've made a little YouTube video, so I thought I would just make one about this amazing piece. And this is an old telephone switchboard from the 1920s. Very pleased to have this in my collection now, and I will talk through just how it works, because obviously now the telephone exchanges, as they developed, changed slightly, as this one has no wires. Except obviously the wire to plug into the mains. You know, it doesn't have any connecting wires, so it is a slightly different exchange. It was all run on magnets, believe it or not, which are contained inside. So a subscriber would call to the operator. The operator would pick up. Hello, what number would you require, sir, madam? Then the telephone operator would dial their selected code that they've said. So in those days the codes were very short because there wasn't very many houses, so it may have been 2-digit number 28, for example. So here we are, 28. That number would now be put through, but it wouldn't ring. So this is where the switchboard operator would come in to these ones down here. Okay, so it could be an external call, which is fine too. So then you just, the switchboard operator would dial that number, or it could be an internal number to the switchboard, you know, some upstairs, first floor, depending where. So it could be either external or an internal one. So you hold it down to ring. And automatically, because the subscribers called through your desk phone, it would go straight through to their phone. So it's kind of a link. It helps the jump, if you like. So you can put that down now. Although some subscribers back in the day were a bit cheeky and used to listen to phone calls, which is when it became an issue for subscribers, particularly during the war, because you had to be careful what you said, because lines were not safe. So once you've done that to get the battery going, if you like, because there isn't any electricity in these days, or very limited, so you would use a crank, which is just on the side here. You would have to turn this quite quickly to get the phone to ring between the link, because if you didn't, then obviously the phone, you can just press this, but it wouldn't ring through. So that was the operator of the telephone job. Some telephones had a crank themselves, so as time went on, you could get your own ringer. And if somebody was calling you through, and obviously you didn't know, you've got what we call doll's eyes here. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. This was obviously quite a small switchboard, but back in those days, remember, there wasn't many telephone lines, or you might have had small little houses where everybody used to live together, rather than where the population is now. So yes, you can see lots of different ringers. So what have we got down here? We've got the operator's telephone, so that would be the telephone that's linked up to here. We've got the ringer. You've obviously got the internal ones here, which is really nice. They've left this little detail on here, so you can see which ones they're ringing. So that's really pleasant. At this time, emergency wasn't 999, it was just 100, which was even more tricky, because obviously if you had an emergency call coming through, they'd have to wait, which is when the GPO corrected that, and they had a committee meeting to ensure that there was a simple number, wouldn't get confused at 999, so it would send those little dashes down the pulse of the line, so then that could be ensured as time went on. But yes, I just thought I would show you. Any other questions about this, more than happy to ask, but yes, really happy with this. And then yes, the operator doesn't have any connecting cables, because there wasn't that technology this time to insulate those wires. They obviously tried, but it wouldn't be successful. So yes, the telephone operator would use their, or his or her, most likely her in those days, because they were hello girls. The girls tended to have apparently the kinder, quieter, softer tone, rather than the boys who would muck about, as it has been told in history books. So yes, they would dial the number, so they would be the jump line if so like. But yeah, it's very interesting, and I'm very pleased to have this in my collection. It's a lovely piece, it really is. Some collectors have this all connected up, maybe in the future, but there's no plans to at the moment. Just to have it, enjoy it, and yeah, learn from it as well, really. But yeah, any other questions, don't hesitate to comment about it, and also anything that you want to add. You know, maybe if you're a collector and watching this too, you might be able to assist, mention something that I'm not aware of. But yeah, thanks very much for listening, and have a good day. Bye all.